We're down at 20.
You could say I'm taking the bait. Speaking
You're
of
taking
which,
the bait.
we have a
Bait or
segment.
great. What a transition.
Yeah, right? You like that?
I did.
So the whole premise is, like, we have a couple of guys that have massively increased in value, 3 of which are kind of lower end players that have risen into fame, and then one we have that's like, all right, he was kind of an established player already. But are we taking the bait, or are they going to be great? Who do we start?
All right. I think the easy one to start off with is Elijah Mitchell, right? Because he's the one that is probably what people are spending all their fab on right now. He's probably the guy that's the talk of everything. Like, if you listen to Frank, he's probably on your. Yeah, if you listen to Frank, he's probably on your dynasty roster.
Did you take him off the taxi yet, Frank?
No.
Are you gonna keep him on the taxi out of curiosity?
Probably just keep him on the taxi.
I haven't really thought of it yet. I go in with my taxi like long term, but I didn't really expect this to happen, to be completely honest.
Oh, really?
Well, like, I liked Elijah Mitchell more so because I thought that Shanahan is the type of quarterback, the type of coach where he can have 2 relevant fantasy running backs. We've seen it before, and he likes running the football. So I'm like, okay, Elijah Mitchell might just be in the rotation and be a guy. All of a sudden, he comes out, Trey Sermon is in shorts, and Elijah Mitchell's apparently the number 1 running back getting 20 carries. Like, what the fuck? I was hoping for a Nyheim Hines. Like,
I don't know if I'm on the outside or what, but I'm saying bait on Mitchell because just as easy as we saw him put up 20 carries and we had Sermon on the bench, like, I would not be surprised if next week Sermon's putting up 20 carries and Elijah Mitchell's got like 5 and is doing more special teams work. I don't trust. We're starting to get into Belichick zones of these running backs and who to trust. I don't know. I'm not trusting any of this backfield at this time. I don't know. I'm out, guys. Bait.
Low key, I'm in. I mean,
I knew you would be.
The thing is that I'm not going to go out and pay like first round picks for him, obviously.
No.
Where do I have him ranked?
What's the most you guys would pay for Elijah Mitchell right now?
I think I have him at like
mid-third.
I'd pay a third.
Somewhere on there.
I don't think anyone's going to take a third for him at this point. But yeah.
But the thing is that like a late second round pick, I actually might give it up for him. Surprisingly, because I feel like I'm usually not this kind of dude, but
Elijah Mitchell
maybe
or Taylor
I'm taking
Heineke?
The bait. I am taking the bait, baby.
So you think he's great?
But I'm taking the bait.
Wildly, according to Keep Trade Cut, he's already worth a mid to early second.
Oh my
Mid-early.
God.
I was hoping my 208 would get it done. God damn.
Oh man.
We're in the realm of Dallas Goedert, Kirk Cousins, Julio Jones.
Okay, maybe I'm selling at that point. Holy smokes.
That's according to Keep Trade Cut.
You can go out and trade Elijah Mitchell for Kirk Cousins in a Superflex league right now.
Should hit up Parker.
According to Keep Trade Cut, yes.
That's absurd.
Now, yeah, so that's why I'm saying bait. But if we want to just keep rolling from that, and we want to talk about...
I'm also on... I like Elijah Mitchell. I have his value right now as a third. I'll say bait. I still believe in Sermon.
I'm on bait as well.
All right, so we got 3 baits, one...
I will say, though, one thing that was interesting, someone brought it up today. Elijah Mitchell has an extremely similar athletic profile to Mostert, and it might just be the type that Shanahan really likes. So, I don't know.
Yeah, Shanahan's a Tinder girl himself. He likes these quick guys.
Yeah.
I just think Elijah Mitchell's a good player. You know, he was one of my sleeper players coming in, but he ended up not really being a sleeper player come draft times. You know, he was kind of uncovered.
Well, I thought he could be a good change of face back, like a Hines, but I didn't.
I mean, we have to give credit to the Dynasty community because the Dynasty community in general was high on Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah.
So
good job.
Pat on r/Dynasty. Shout out. All right.
Yeah, good job.
They got to win.
Get something right. Yeah, they got to done.
They're like 1 in like 7.
Does it count as a win when there's a post for like every player nowadays?
Yeah, they took a win a lot because I think for the win they took for Elijah Mitchell is a bigger L for Sermon. It was a bigger L with Sermon.
Yeah.
Tyson Williams.
We're going to move on. Yeah, Tyson Williams. So speaking of Elijah Mitchell, Tyson Williams. He's also mid-second. Mike Williams, Kenny Galladay, Robbie Anderson.
Smash
That's
except
his price
on any
cut.
second you can get.
Yeah. We're talking about one half from him. We didn't even see he barely showed up in the second half.
Okay, that was something that didn't make sense to me. Like
he fumbled twice and sucked in pass pro. That's what kept him
off. In pass pro. Okay.
He could not pass block, and he coughed up the ball twice. Luckily enough, it wasn't turnovers, but no ball security, no pass protection. He broke one long 30-yard touchdown, and that was really what's driving everyone on him. But
he had two nice runs, and he was getting some pass game work, which will inflate his PPR stats a little bit, and just the overall targets and stuff. Mid-second is a bait. I really struggle to think that there are people out there paying a mid-second right now in Superflex. I think that's the one QB bait coming
I'm on keep trade cut. It's what they're telling me for Superflex. But yeah, I agree. That is my issue with keep trade cut, right? Because it'll shoot up in price, but it's very league dependent on if you're actually getting these kind of deals. Yeah, I feel like in most leagues you're not getting a mid-second for Tyson Williams. All right. Anyone else have anything to add, or are we just bait? Easy bait. Okay. Another one we'll move on to is Juwan Johnson. 2 touchdowns, but 3 targets.
Why are we talking about him?
he was a weird one in that he was a wide receiver turned tight end. Maybe he could figure it out. But again, he's someone that, although he's not mid-second, he's in early third. And at that price, he's ranked as tight end 22 right now. Yeah, if I could find the tight end rankings, that'd be nice. I'll pull them up now.
Who's right ahead of him and right behind him?
I'm looking for tight end rankings. I'll tell you who the people right next to him are. But he's in between Austin Hooper and Anthony Ferguson. And when I say it like that, I guess it's not that egregious. I don't really like either. The thing I think is more egregious is he's had Dalton Schultz, who's kind of shown that he's more of the tight end one on Dallas. Not that I really love Dalton Schultz, but he's just going to be more consistent than Juwan Johnson, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys disagree on that, but
no, I agree with that.
Are you guys all taking
Jameis
bait on Juwan?
Bait.
Massive bait.
I'd give up a fourth for him, an early fourth. I think he's someone that I wouldn't mind.
Sure.
But an early third, we're talking 301 is where he is.
I'm not touching anything in the third round for him. No shot.
If we talk about who he's getting ranked around, it's not that appealing of options. So I guess it makes more sense. But it's this one just has Sony Michel. Sony Michel is someone around him. Let's see if I can find more. If not, it doesn't really matter. But that's the kind of quality player we're talking about is ranked around Juwan Johnson. So we all agree, bait?
Yeah.
I actually kind of like Juwan Johnson.
I don't mind him.
Oh, here we go.
Early third is too much. Early third is way too much.
But a late third.
But here's the thing. I'm watching that game a little bit. And man, I think he's pretty good. Obviously
he's the pass catching tight end.
From the targets perspective and all that jargon, okay, Juwan Johnson is not a very sexy player. But dude, I'm looking at these plays that he's making, and there's some good plays. I think that there's some serious developmental potential here. So, if I have him, I don't think I'm going to sell him.
That's in the camp I'm in too.
If you can get what Keep Trade Cut's telling you, I'd absolutely sell him.
I don't know if I want to sell him for a third round pick right now. I really don't.
Here's the 5 guys ranked above him and 5 guys ranked below him, and you guys decide what you think. 5 above: Donovan Peoples-Jones, Austin Hooper, Ben Roethlisberger. This one's a shocker. Kyle Trask and Dwayne Eskridge. And the 5 below are Sony Michel, Tyrod Taylor, Ty Johnson, Alexander Madison, James Conner.
I'm taking Juwan Johnson over at least half of those players.
I mean, half, sure. But
as I was reading it, I was like, wow, okay. I kind of almost want to flip the bottom 5 with the top 5, though. I almost feel other than Ben Roethlisberger, and I guess to some extent Donovan People-Jones. Like the bottom 5 almost sound better than the top 5, but yeah. All right. Bait. This one's the more intriguing one though, and I'm not sure if we all agree on this or what. But Deebo Samuel, Frank, you want to kick off Deebo?
Yeah, so I have a little spiel to say on my boy Deebo Samuel. I'm going to roll in for this one because Deebo Samuel was one of the players. If you're a hardcore 3rd and 20 listener, we did a segment a while back on 3rd-year breakout receivers, and there was 2 major cases that fit a lot of 3rd-year breakout receivers for receivers from 2000 to like 2012. And Deebo Samuel fit the major first case where like 80% of these guys go on to have a top 24 season and a decent amount be a wide receiver 1. And we may have just seen that happen. Now, I'm not going to go out there and act like that, I was the biggest Deebo Samuel fan in the world. I mean, I think I was definitely higher on him than consensus, but it's not like I have Deebo Samuel in all my leagues. But after watching him play, the 3rd-year breakout study where he seems to be everything falling into place, like I would be pretty damn comfortable giving up a 1st-round pick for Deebo Samuel right now.
Ooh.
And I don't like see, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. The fact that people are shaking their head and be like, "Oh, I don't know about that," is why I really think that Deebo Samuel is a smash buy right now. Like, okay, obviously not every owner is going to sell him for a 1st-round pick, especially after last week. But if I can get him for a late 1st pick, like, okay, a late 1st and maybe a pick upgrade or something, and then into that, because I really feel like this is one of those scenarios where you can get a really talented receiver before he reaches peak value.
Real quick, Frank, I'm actually with you. I'm saying great for Deebo. So as for the price, I'll get to that in a sec. Obviously, he had a monster game, 9,499. So his value went down because of last season. Because after his rookie year, his value was high. He had a good rookie season. His last season, he was injured for most of the year, and his value went down along with the Ayuk hype. But in the games he played last year, his last 4 games of the season, he played 5. The last 4 games of the season last year, 6 for 73, 11 for 133, 5 for 65, 6 for 66, and a touchdown. All of those games are like what, 15, 10, 19, 11 points. Like, he was putting up wide receiver 2 numbers last year in the games he played. And he's still super young. He just turned 25.
In a sick offense, and Shanahan actually likes him.
Yeah. And while this value thing's the question mark,
he's still worth a 2022 or 2021 late 1st-round pick on Keep Trade Cut. He's in between the two. He's basically at that price, though.
Real quick, I'm also on Team Great. I also really liked Deebo before, and I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this to happen so quickly, but in the Dynasty Reddit, someone posted like, "What are your hot takes?" And I said, I thought, like, it was like looking at Keep Trade Cut. Tell us which players you think will pass other players, and you gave like a wide range of stuff. So I said Deebo Samuel, who at the time was ranked as Keep Trade Cut player 100, would pass Brandon Ayuk, Keep Trade Cut ranked 56. It's already happened. We're week 1 in, and he's up 44 spots past. Well,
dude, why didn't you victory lap?
Deebo's up like 30 spots. I should have victory lapped it already. I mean, I might. Some of my other ones
no,
here
you
have not
say that. Yet, you don't want to be one of the week 1 victory lappers.
Yeah. Well, we still need OJ Howard to pass Mike Gesicki, Swift to pass Cook, and Fields to pass Joe Burrow. So we're gonna wait on that. I don't know if the Burrow one's gonna happen because Nagy, but
that's a great call right there, though. That is kind of sick.
Swift
I've been in on Deebo.
Swift looked great, but I thought Burrow looked really good.
It's just crazy how quick that happened. 1 week.
Like that, yeah. that took some Shanahanigans. But
you got to think about how drastic their weeks were, though. It's not like Deebo had like 7 for 90 and a touchdown, and Ayuk had like 5 for 60. Like, Ayuk got benched, and Deebo had almost 200 yards.
I called it a favor from Shanahan.
You gotta buy a lottery ticket, JT.
Yeah, in my wildest dreams couldn't have expected that to happen. But yeah, all aboard the Debo train. I like Debo a lot.
I commend you for not victory lapping out on Twitter. I think 99% of Twitter fantasy football users would have screenshotted and victory lapped that.
The main purpose of my Twitter is to just beat down all the Chase hate, and it's working so far. I mean, we're fighting off all the
49ers. That made me so mad. The 49ers reporter, Frank, you pointed it out before, and that was like just praising Ayuk all summer. Then that Sunday was it was clear that Ayuk wasn't ready. I forgot what was the exact word.
It wasn't just praise. He said the word unguardable. That is the maximum form of praise for a receiver. That trumps freaking John Gruden saying that Brian Edwards is Randy Moss. That is better than anything. Is saying he is unguardable.